Who you gonna call when they break in your crib? Who you gonna call when they taking your kids? I hate to say it, but it ain't Ghostbusters. Armchair activism's at most lackluster. I'm gonna drop an unpopular stance like France, cause non-violence is our obvious chance. If you've chosen a side, then you're on the wrong one, cause we're all one people. When it's all done and said, no more dead. This ain't Ship Trap Island. Knowledge reigns supreme, stop the constant violence. Whether you're protesting, throwing rocks and bottles, or your police arresting the Boston bombers. If you're caught spitting in the face of the feds, or cops beating a bleeding face to shreds, innocent bystanders or folks standing ground with iPhone cameras commanding crowds, hold each other accountable, try to end the cycle, people fighting in the streets over another Michael Brown. Whatever might go down, it's the system. Gotta treat the cause, not attack the symptom. Don't make another victim a twist of fact, saying when did this cop turn into that, showing pictures of a neighborhood patrol in the 40s juxtaposed with a SWAT team from right here this morning. Well, I remember watching TV back in the 90s, bank robbers shooting cruisers on live news nightly with an AK and a ski mask. So when you see police with armor, know they'll probably need that, and I hope they'll never do. And I hope protests will turn into April 25th part 2, because a peaceful demonstration shouldn't ever require a single officer to raise a loaded gun and open fire. I've seen inmates' teeth knocked out right on tape. I've seen people handcuffed and beat down by the state. It's sickening, and we can't condone the affair. And if you ever get stopped, then keep your hands in the air, cause a kid in the Midwest just lost his life for reaching down to his waistline at the wrong place time, and an elderly lady got shot in a raid. The SWAT got the wrong address, but the point that I'll raise is that if she hadn't been packing a gun in her purse, then she wouldn't have thought to open fire, a shot making worse out of a bad situation, life and death and confusion, escalating what she thought must have been a robber's intrusion. I'm not likely convincing or even preaching to the choir, but if you advocate weapons, then know you're dealing with fire. And if you open the door to that level of force, then the government escalates it to settle it, of course. So everybody is then scared of one side or another, preparing the largest arsenal you can buy in a summer, keeping the lower and middle classes attacking each other. So we're so distracted by clashing, we're divided in numbers. And what we fail to recognize time and again is that they're pulling our pants down and sliding it in. It's the inherited wealth from slave masters' ancestors, bleeding us dry so their accountants add faster. And I don't believe in the Illuminati, but it isn't hard to see that they let the money do the talking, lobbying and intimidation, media manipulation. Literally half the news is fabricated on your TV station. It's the 1800s, finding people for educating slaves. They keep us ignorant and led to a maze. So put yourself in another person's shoes or we all lose. Disarm the world or blow it up. What do y'all choose?